My story is far from finished, man. Been plotting and scheming since the beginning, fam. You talk about money, well, let's get it there. And go straight to the connect, forget a middleman. But the goal is not to sell drugs. We use that as the stepping stool to rise above. Gotta teach the kids better, man. And pray to the Lord to see a better day. Free my homies in the trenches. They going for it even if it's fourth down in inches. I'm right where they want me to be, cause it was Black Lives Matter before Colin took a knee.
Okay. Welcome to Upstate Exposure Podcast. I go by the name of Ken Kniff. I am your host. Today on this webisode, I got an entrepreneur, artist, not music artist in many different ways. I got the CEO of the morning paper, Josh. You know what I'm saying? Let's give it up for Josh, man. It's good to have you on the show, man. Welcome to the podcast, man. Good to meet you, man. Good guy, good energy. You know what I mean? This is my first time actually meeting him, so everything is kind of still new to me. But I was peeking on his page and, looking at a couple things. I seen you rocking the stage, freestyling on the radio, doing your thing, having your shoots for your clothing line. Like, you got a real nice journey that it's inspiring, you know what I mean? So I definitely want to get into that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, first of all, we definitely want to talk about the morning paper. We want you see I got the merch on right now, rocking it. I'm not playing no games. Y'all know what I do, man. This is what Upstate Exposure do. And Josh came through and laced me up with the gear, you know what I mean? So wake up early and get the paper, right?
Yeah, I'm saying. Complete the mission.
Okay, all right. Let's go. I know a little something, not too much, but we gonna find out, man. But let's start off let's go back. Are you originally from Rochester?
Yeah, I'm born and raised West Side, 19th Ward.
Okay.
Grew up in the city till I was about 12.
Okay.
Moved out to Gates Chala. Went there from 7th till I graduated.
Cool.
Feel like I'm in like a job interview. But
okay.
I went to Finger Lakes from there.
Okay.
I was in the music program, so actually it's good you brought music because I don't know, the whole journey itself is like it's really like life is almost like a series of full circle moments.
Yeah.
And childhood and everything you learn from the time you're a kid, like it just like catches up in different ways and reoccurs in different forms. So
I believe that.
But yeah, I was fortunate enough to go out to Finger Lakes, met so many different kids. Even some of my friends from high school and even like elementary, we ended up going to the same college. So
nice.
That was cool. Like,
what college did you go to?
Finger Lakes Community
Okay,
College.
all right, cool.
And they had they had just finally invested into their music program at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So like everybody was either like a music major, an athlete, or they did like agriculture. And it actually me and Nick over here chilling on the couch, like we were roommates.
Shout out to Nick.
Yeah, we were roommates, and that was dope. And just growing into manhood and like learning things for the first time and getting into trouble too. Really like changes things.
Right. Learning.
But it makes us who we are. And,
yes, like the experiences.
Just very fortunate to have like a lot of those friends from high school and like even a couple of my close homies, Elijah.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out Elijah Rich. Jensen,
yes,
I met them in college and we've been tight to this day.
Okay. If they real friends, we definitely want to shout them out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We don't do the fake stuff, but it's good to have real people around you. You know what I'm saying? While you go through your journey.
Side note about Finger Lakes too, since you from the Bronx, right?
Let's go.
I was talking about it. Literally, and Nick could probably attest this. Like so many kids from the city would come to Finger Lakes or even MCC, and we used to ask them. We'd be like, "What about boring?" quote unquote, Rochester makes you want to come here.
Right.
And they're like, yo, we come from where everybody else wants to go. So like, we constantly have tourists. We constantly have blocks with 100 people on a sidewalk this big. They want something more relaxing, more normal, more going to just a grocery store. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just funny that, kids from, Rochester, like we getting on a train, plane, driving out of town, like doing whatever just to be like finding out where the fun is and like the what's what. But
right.
to bring that into what I'm doing now, people always ask like why I started the brand, and Nick's known me since I was 13, so like
Wow.
we grew up together, but he
Wow.
knows this feeling of like, yo, we used to be those kids like on the blog sites, whether it was music or clothes. We wanted to know
Right in
like,
front of the computer.
we wanted to know like what was what. We weren't satisfied with like the mall and just like
The
your
regular.
favorite pop star coming to Blue Cross Arena. We were like, nah, we're gonna like get in a car with like two homies, fill the gas tank,
Ride
and
out.
just out and like just getting into
That's fire.
all types of stuff. Like
Yeah, that's
I don't know.
fire.
It's
That's
just
fire.
Crazy, so.
That's fire. It's crazy you say that about like what's the reason for people coming up there. I ain't gonna lie, the first main reason why I initially came up here is because I was getting into mad shit in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I felt like I was going to either go to jail or get killed. You know what I mean? So I was like, and my sister was bugging me like, come out to Rochester, come out to Rochester. She out here with my family.
Oh, okay.
She came out here with my aunt. You know what I mean? So her and my aunt was out here.
Have they been here for like a long time? Or?
Yeah, my aunt been here for like 20 something years. My sister been here by like 15 years.
Okay, so yeah, they Rochesterian.
Yeah, pretty much. So they man, what I was saying, I'm high as shit right now. But yeah, they was here already. Then they used to always call and be like, yo, come up here, come up here, come up here. So eventually I came up here in 2006.
Okay.
So in 06 I came up. I had my daughter in 08. So 2 years after I got here, I had a daughter,
Nice.
and that right there just like kind of cemented me here. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't no turning back for me going back to. Even though I got a daughter in the city, but my daughter in the city is much older than my daughter here. Like actually, I just became a granddad. Like it's weird saying that, just hearing myself say that. My oldest daughter is 26, so she just had a daughter. So it's just crazy, man. But yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Let me get to the point and stop taking up the time. But I came here to kind of get safe. But then when I got here, I realized I needed a slower pace because I was living so fast, just gangbanging, selling drugs, partying. You know what I'm saying? That was just like a circle, like you said, a full circle. Like, and I had to stop. So when I got the chance to come out here and slow down and really analyze life, I feel like I did more with my life here than because I've been here since 06. That's 20 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm only 40 something. So that's kind of half of my life. I came here when I was like 20 something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
So I credit Rochester for the man I am today. You know what I'm saying? Right. And like I said, I initially came here just trying to stay out of jail or the grave. You know what I mean? So shout out to Rochester, man. Like it's definitely my home. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just a person from the Bronx who came out here trying to, you know what I mean, be whatever, do whatever. And I show man nothing but love to everybody from Rochester. I never come out here like, oh, I'm bigger than anybody or better than anybody. I've seen people do it before, and
it's kind of crazy because like I think I get the arrogance if you are from New York, because obviously like we always make the joke up here, like when people ask us where you from and we say New York, they think the city, and then you gotta show them Buffalo and do the whole like, well, this is 490, so like we're here,
Western New York.
Yeah, but it's also like, I mean, we love New York.
Right.
We've probably been to New York together at least 5-6 times. Yeah, probably more than that, in fact. But so like I love it. Like I get it. I love the rush. I love just you can see everything from A to Z on any block at any day.
Right. Any moment.
And yeah, just the energy. But it's like it almost just kills me. Like when New Yorkers are like that, because I'm like, bro, like take it more like a flattering thing than like we're biting or like haters. Like
right. You're right,
like,
man.
It ain't my fault. My pops ain't work at Wall Street when I was 5. So like
Right. I noticed something. Not to go off topic. I feel like I'm dragging you off topic, but
no, you good.
Like I feel like rappers do that too. Like rappers from Atlanta, rappers from New York, or rappers from West Coast, and I feel like it's like this is what makes me not do it. Is because when I go to these places and I realize they're different from where I'm from, but it's the same. If it makes sense, like it's still the same shit going on, the same killers, drug dealers, working men. It's still the same. It's not nothing different. You know what I mean?
Settings and surrounding are different, but it's
Right, for the most part, it's pretty much the same. So when I see that, when I go different places, I only visit different places just to get that type of feel. No freaky, like when I go to Toronto or whatever, you know what I mean? I want
It's
to,
like the experience.
yeah, I want to like, you know, what I mean? I don't come out there like, yo, you know what? I'm from the Bronx, nigga. I'm about to, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
right. Because every city's got a top dog, and every city has a scene. And
yeah,
every city has,
exactly.
So it's like, it's just
Yeah.
everything is the same. But one thing that I also appreciate about us being so adventurous from a young standpoint is I feel like we did gain so much like experience in those years.
Mhm.
And you know, you hear like fake it till you make it, but we've been in so many places like that like you really see that, you know, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors and everything isn't what it seems. So like,
Right.
you never have to even want to, like, you don't have to be a kid from a small city and want to be a New Yorker. You can really just be like authentic in your own path, but still like admire those lifestyles or things. But never would I tell somebody like, oh, I'm from the city. Like I love Rochester. I almost love the fact that you're not from Rock, but you want to do the podcast about like upstate culture. Like that makes it cooler because it's coming from a genuine place. Like I was looked at crazy when we were younger because I was always like a big like go Rochester person.
Right. It's like bias a little
I
bit.
remember I had this homegirl. It might have been a chick I was seeing at the time, but she jokingly asked me like, why are you so like up on Rochester in this? And I'm just like, because that is literally where I'm from. Like I just feel the authenticity of like owning that instead of being like, I can't wait to get out of here and I never want to talk to all these people and I belong in somewhere that's better because I don't even know.
Right.
You
just want to do it, right?
Yeah. And whatever, go out, explore, see places, but I've had a number of people, friends, family, associates like leave and kind of like, you know, like, I'm never gonna see y'all again. And then 2 years later, it's like, you know what? I kind of miss home.
Yeah.
For different reasons, but you know.
Yeah, home is always gonna be home, no matter what, man.
Just having gratitude for it either way. Because you know, I'm not gonna say maybe I'll be 50, kicked back, chilling, and be like, you know what? Let's go get a little house in Florida for the winter. Like I'm not. I don't know, but I know either way, like it's still love. Like I was born at Strong Hospital. Like there's no, you know. So.
Okay. Yeah. That's fire, man. Yeah, I'm from the Bronx, but you know, I came out to Rochester, and my life did a 360. You know what I mean? I'm glad I came out here. You know what I mean? I've been mad places. I've been a lot of places. I haven't been out the country yet, but I plan on going this year. But let's get back into the morning paper though. Let's get back into how did that start. Did you always know as a kid, like when I grow up I'm gonna have a clothing line? Or was that something that just happened as you was going through life?
Yeah, I think that came about definitely later, like once I was home from college and kind of figuring that out. I was caught up working at Wegmans for a long time. Like I was there since high school, college, got a scholarship, did all that. All my people who have ever worked at Wegmans or got a family member at Wegmans, like shout out to y'all,
Daddy Wegmans.
But yeah, I did that, and I was really trying to do the corporate thing, and I did enjoy like working with like younger kids who wanted to get into management, or maybe they had like a culinary background and were trying to, you know, do that route.
Right.
But yeah, it was just like really unfulfilling, and then I think shifting from what me and Nick were doing and a couple other homies like Elijah and I know I have so many friends like bands, players, like
shout out to everybody.
Yeah, shout out to all of them, like all the producers. Like I think coming from that world and like knowing how to like market yourself as an artist, like really kind of like shifted the whole like brand idea.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, being a rapper or a singer or whatever, it's more about like me, which is cool. But I don't know, it wasn't the way I wanted to like create. So it was cool to make a brand because I tell people all the time, like, yeah, it's cool. You might think of me if you like buy a piece or you see a photo shoot or whatever. Like obviously, you know, you see the Jordan symbol, you think of Michael Jordan, whatever.
Right.
But I almost wanted something that was like not tangible and like its own identity. Like it's a thing. And that's kind of like what the brand has become. I tell people the morning paper is more like the coming of age and like self-awareness and like world awareness and noticing the growth within yourself and how that impacts the things around you. Because when I was younger, my grandparents read the morning paper. Like they'd say like, go to the front and like grab the paper off the stoop.
Right.
And that's how you learned everything. But then like I got to be in 24, living in my own apartment, and I get on my phone as soon as my eyes open. And that's how we read the paper.
Right.
And then it all just clicked that like I'm noticing those progressions in real time. They just look different. Kind of how we were talking about life is full circle.
Right.
So it's like I'm literally becoming my uncle and my grandparents. It just looks different. We just don't open up a big brochure and read
right.
The sports section and
his head held down.
Yeah, the peanut cartoons. But we get on Instagram and go, oh, I know what happened on ESPN. I know what happened on MTV. I know
all the information.
What Justin Bieber had for lunch. I know what shoes are releasing at Foot Locker next Saturday at 11 a.m. So it's just, isn't that the same? That's the same thing.
You're right.
And that's why, the morning paper is literally about like becoming those things, but also being aware of them and knowing how to use those to your empowerment. Because we used to get up for school at 6 a.m., but we were miserable. Now it's like I choose to get up at 6 a.m. It's like an almost 30-year-old man, because I know that that's, at least for me, a better way to attack my day.
Right. Right.
And maybe not for everybody. Some people might be working overnights or like you do something different.
Right. To each his own. Right.
So that was kind of the origin story of that. I like the name. I didn't want something that was so cliche, or like as soon as I say it, you're like, oh, I know what you do, or you know what I mean. Like I like food spots, but I hate when it's just like chicken patties. Chicken patty city. It's like, so I'm just thinking all you selling is chicken patties. Like,
right.
You might have bomb sides. The seasonings could be good, but I'm just what they
caught up on chicken.
So if I named it like cool guy clothes, especially in our society, like people take that literally. They're like, well, it's only for cool guys, and I don't think I'm a cool guy. So I don't know. People just get caught up in different things. So I needed something that would like, no matter who heard it, it would like stick and like make them think. And from what I hear from a lot of people, they do like the name.
Yeah, that's
it sticks, and it kind of gives some mystique.
It's an amazing name. I have to definitely give it up, and I'm not just saying that because you're sitting in front of me right now. When I first discovered you, in general, sharing maybe some of your content or something like that, that's how I discover most guests that come on the show. I meet them through Instagram. I might be seeing something that I like, I share a lot of stuff that I don't like, but the people that I do like, I share more of their stuff. Like, so I know I was sharing a couple of your stuff, and I started to look and analyze, and I seen the name, and I'm like, wow. Like when I heard when I heard the name, I didn't think of a clothing line. I just thought of an enterprise, kind of like anything can fall under this name. Like it can be studios or productions, or it just sounded like a distribution, like something that can have other umbrellas under it and stuff like that. So that really stuck with me too. I liked that. And then when I started to look at the clothes, I was like, oh, this is fire. The designs, everything. I'm like, oh, I'm a gear. Like I like rocking Rochester wear. Like anybody got clothing lines in Rochester, I try my best to tap in with them. Some of them be trying to give it to me or give me discounts. I'll be like, nah, let me support. I want to support like a customer. Like I'm not even promoting your business for a discount or for a free or anything, I'm promoting it because I want to support you, and I want to show that by purchasing, the gear and everything. So shout out to all the people I've supported, and more going towards the future. Like
I respect
today, just having on the merch right now, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like I've been wanting the merch. I just ain't have time to come grab it from you. You know what I'm saying?
The weeks be flying, and there's times I got orders waiting, and I'm like, I gotta get up off this couch and
get to work.
So it just, hey man, when the time is right for everything.
Okay. I did see that you had walked the runway or something at the Rock Fashion Show.
Yeah. So
how was that?
That was dope. I actually did the modeling starting about 3 years ago.
Okay. So you do your modeling thing too.
Well, I do, and I always have enjoyed we used to be up on stage,
ripping the run.
So
okay.
So it was kind of like a similar thrill to that of yo, you up, like here's your cue, like your set's about to start.
Time to go.
And yeah, that was honestly like a big, not even an experiment,
Right.
but yeah, just kind of like I guess a social experiment, like just meeting a bunch of different either people who were aspiring models or like creators. A lot of other people who I know have started their own brands kind of came up through the modeling scene just to kind of get an idea of like seeing different looks and like
how it goes,
seeing different fabrics and different body styles, and you know, how do you edit these you know, these photo shoots to make them look and come off a certain way when you want to market them. So I feel like, yeah, I don't know, I just had fun with it more than anything. I never really took it too serious. There was a time I was going to try and do New York City Fashion Week, but then that was the point where I was like, this is a big investment. Because you don't do it for free. A lot of people think like they like fly you out. Like unless you're an established model with a whole, like you do these shows for free, unless you vouch. And I do advise people, and like I will say this on camera, like because I do have a couple of homies and even female homies who like do their modeling for real. Like I'm not saying don't collab, and I'm not saying don't you know, take certain opportunities if they're there, and like even if they're not paid, like if it makes sense, do it. But like from a true like entrepreneur and like business mindset, like as you continue, like don't try and just be doing everything for free and like not taking compensation for your work, like no matter what you do. Like, that's why I respect what you were saying about like you know, buying, because I'm big on that too. Like I work with photographers and different people all the time, and I'm big on like if we do a photo shoot, like I'm paying you. Like there's no like, well, you've known me since, you know, 3 summers ago. Remember that time? I don't, like, no matter what we're doing. Even my models, and, like, I've had...
That's business.
...of shoots where, like, I couldn't pay everybody, you know, X amount of dollars, but, like, I'd at least try and throw them some gear for free. Or if we went and did one at, like, ice cream parlor one time, like, I'm buying you ice cream. Like, I'm doing something to have you come and take pictures for me. Like, it's gotta, I don't know, it's gotta be something. I'm just big on like gratitude and respect.
That's big.
So
no freaky. Like that goes a long way. No pause. Like I hate like the pause game sometimes.
No,
it's like everything you say you gotta keep it.
Everything is
man. I was watching like
it's like shards of glass are like falling in front of you, and you gotta be like, no, can't, no, wait, hold up. Go ahead.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm kind of growing away from it, man. I did it so long, man. It's getting to the point where it's like it's ridiculous. Like you said, like it's like shattered glass all over, man.
Well, the funny one is if you ever watch Mano
and Cam and them. I mean Jim Jones in the podcast.
Babies and the crazy.
Mason Cam do that shit too on their podcast, man. Every single thing is a pause. Like niggas even got the pause gear and all that now. But yeah, I started a little t-shirt line called It's OG. It's called Only God. And that came about. It's kind. I never thought about it when I came up with it at first. I thought it just came to me. The name sounded dope. I was like, let me do it. But then as I sat with it, I started to realize how much I'd be like, damn, only God to get me out of this situation. Only God can make this happen for me. Only God. Like, I got shot in my stomach when I was 13 years old. I was paralyzed in a wheelchair. I had to learn how to walk again. That's only God type shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's actually kind of fire when you think about it, because he would be the truest OG.
Right. And that's what the... Damn, I don't got the merch.
The OG of OGs.
But the slogan is like, OG isn't unoriginal gangster. It's only God. We move different. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different, like, I know anybody in the world ever been through something where it's like, damn, that had to be God. That's only God. You know what I mean?
Nah, for sure.
Like, so when it started to hit me and it came to me, that shit like fit my life kind of. Especially with me transitioning from gangbanging and running the streets and selling drugs to now being a granddad, trying to establish a business and set up trust for my kids and stuff like that. So
just moving in a different
yeah, that's only God can do that. Because I was like on the edge. If I do anything, I'm gonna do it. I'm an official person. Like I'm not fake. I'm not fraud. Like if I gotta wear, I hold myself accountable. You know what I'm saying? Like I got morals, principles, standards. Like you know what I mean? I was raised.
Integrity.
Yeah, right. Shit like that. But Yeah, the OG shit is just it just hit me. But now that I'm running with it, I'm really want to take it somewhere. And Chat GPT helped me come up with the logo. But I wanted to take the logo myself and have it remade, the same actual logo, but just remade by somebody. So if I get a trademark, I could do that. You know what I mean? I didn't want to use the same exact Chat GPT symbol. I mean, it is the symbol, but I just wanted to redo it a little something, like tweak it. Yeah. So
put the finishing touches on.
right. So I could trademark it. But shout out to OG. Only God, I gotta get you a shirt because right now I'm on a promo. I'm just giving out shirts and all that, trying to push the name and all that. You just gotta tell me what size you are. I got some shirts in the car. I'll get you and my boy Nick one too, man. So
yeah, I'll take a look.
Yeah, okay. Bet. I got it downstairs. But yeah, I'm glad you on the show. Like, I wonder how it is, like, in the process of making like clothes, how the fabrics and where, like, how does all of that work? That's
So when I first,
I'm asking for me for this one.
oh yeah, no, that's valid. So like, there's a few different routes. Obviously, there's certain people who literally like. One person that comes to mind is Austin Guyette. His brand is by a guy out of Buffalo. Okay. He's actually from Rock, but I actually met him at one of the first fashion shows I walked in, and that was probably like 3 years ago. He's a true homie.
Shout out to him.
He went to Upstate, got a degree in like I don't know what the official degree is called, but basically like
he's certified.
Yeah, like well, cut and sew. You know, you give him a bed sheet and he'll turn it into a dress. Like, he's just nice at what he does. So shout out Austin.
Yes.
Just there's so many different routes. So yeah, you could do like the cut and sew, which is, you know, you got sewing machine or whatever you do. You know, you're chopping up fabrics. You're going to like when Joanne Fabrics was still around. You're going and you're getting whatever you need, cotton and Buddha boom and silk, and yeah, you're doing what you do. Then you got what a lot of people do, including myself, like we'll order in blank garments. Or sometimes I even thrift and I'll find cool stuff that I want to create on and like rework. And then there's also like manufacturing. That's like the most cost efficient way as far as like, you know, getting the bang for your buck because you're bulk ordering from, you know, a China or a Pakistan.
Oh, okay.
You know, there's still intricacies within each route, and there's none of them are easy, and none of them I don't think are like better or more efficient than the others. But as far as just creating in general, I mean, you can just start with literally like people laugh about it or try to make it like downplay, but like, yo, just start with a Cricut. No matter who it is.
Now that's like a printer or something like that?
Yeah, so
I've been hearing about that.
Yeah, and that's just like, I mean, it's nothing official. It's not gonna be nothing you'd sell at the mall for $5, but it's just like the essence of like learning like placements and like where you want certain designs to be before you go put in. Because I came out the gate like putting in like $500 orders and like getting stuff made and like it's fine, but like for what I didn't know at that time, like I don't know if it was worth dropping so much money in bulk. But either way, I'm to where I'm at now. I've learned. That's why I cannot speak on that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, it's all a part of the, you know, charging into the game, as I like to say. So
okay.
But yeah, there's a few different routes.
That's some good information.
Yeah. Just depends, you know.
Appreciate that.
What your approach would want to be.
Yeah. Right now, I'm like I said, it's some small time right now. It's just a black and I just got white t-shirts, so I got black ones and now I got white. I just got basic t-shirts, a basic heat press.
Yeah.
Order the DTF transfers and press them up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's a perfect place to start because that's at least, like I said, just you getting used to like, okay, I like the logo to be this dimension. I want it to be centered or whatever. You know.
Right.
Getting those like fundamentals down.
Yeah.
You know, it's like trying to dunk the basketball, but you never even like learn how to like do a finger roll. So,
right. Yeah, you're right.
XYZ,
You're right. And that's the mentality I got. You know what I mean? I like building some stuff from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? Like even this podcast.
Well, and like authenticity to me just like always kills and it's like similar with like energy where like you can always just like sense things in people. So like one thing I like never have done or like don't believe in is like buying followers or like using bots to like boost my post and do all that. Like if I pay for promo, it might be like posting it to be like put out into like
advertising. Yeah.
But I'm never paying for like my Instagram page to have like 11,000 followers, but my average post only gets like 50 likes because I just don't like.
They don't add up.
And you don't have to prove nothing to me, but I'm also not like slow in the head. So I'm just like, yo, you've already killed me off like your lack of authenticity. Like I don't even want to join the bandwagon of like whatever you're pushing because it's like I can already tell like you're not keeping it 100.
Right.
So like I've only got I think about 1,300 followers and counting.
That's fire.
To me, that's crazy because like you said, like I remember having like 50 and being like, oh, okay. Like we're cooking,
right?
And that was just all 50. So a few years to see that go, but it's like those are all natural. Like people I have probably either met at an event and like shook their hand and said like, "Yo, thank you for supporting," and like, "You got any questions?" Like, my name is Josh. Like, shoot me a DM.
Yes.
I got my website being built right now.
Okay.
Patrick Cicchetti, my guy, you know, is helping me put that together. So
shout
out to Pat.
Shout out Pat.
I'm hoping sometime May, I'm aiming for it, but definitely by like time summer picks up.
Okay.
We actually got a couple products I'll grab real quick.
Yeah, but, let's get it. Let's get it.
Last 2 summers we've done these mesh shorts.
Okay.
So you know.
That's fire. Look at that. Get that on the can.
Zipper on the back pocket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Perfect for the summer too.
Tag on the inside.
That's the joints niggas be wearing all summer.
And then, you know, we got flavors, so we got, you know.
Okay.
Brown.
Switch up the flavor, the colors.
Green. We got,
okay.
We got last few of those. I sell right now $30, but like once the new colorways drop, price will go up. It's gonna be a fresh, you know, new spread.
Okay.
Shorts.
Okay.
We got a bunch of looks coming.
I see you be at a bunch of, not to cut you off, but I see you be at a lot of different like events as a vendor.
Yeah.
So I was like, I seen you at I never got a chance to get to the Lucky Flea Market. I've been dying to get there.
Nah, you definitely gotta check it out. It's good vibes, and they're like the top tier of like markets in Rochester, but there's definitely other competition. Like I'm heavily involved with the Great New York State Flea. Like
that's another
Chad,
one. Okay, shout out.
You know, shout out Sal, shout out Mav, shout out
Peyton,
shout
salute.
Out, everybody over at the public market.
Okay.
Because they basically blessed us with the opportunity to host markets on Sundays, opposed to their normal like traditional Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all based on like our vendors and like our people showing up and doing the footwork as far as like advertisement.
Mm-hmm.
And so our first year we did last summer, we had 4 dates. We did such good numbers and like had enough traffic coming through and people showing up and other businesses joining in. They gave us a big opportunity to have 7 this year.
Ooh.
We just did one at Sibley, which is the one we were chopping up with before the episode started.
Yes.
So just to see that growth, and that was not even 12 months ago, it's like we're moving the needle, and like it is not always like financially accounted for like in the forefront, but like on the back end and like that stuff comes like but you got to be able to like take the sacrifice and team up with the right people and like my business partners. They're not only my business partners, but they're my friends and like people I do trust. We got real relationships where like we talk about real shit and not just what's cool or what we each want to hear. Like we've had to butt heads before and like have like real man-to-man moments of like I think this is what we should do for the betterment of this whole landscape of creatives. And that's the thing in Rochester, like being born here and like coming up, like it's tough to do, and it's it's tough. You get too many chefs in the kitchen, like it don't always work. But we got a good thing. We're all pretty genuine, decent dudes. Work hard. Got families behind us that love and support us. So
that's dope.
Shout
that's
out
dope.
to my guys.
Shout out to the team, man.
But Great New York State Flea, like we out here this summer. Lucky Flea is dope too, but like Great New York State Flea, that's where it's at. You only charging vendors $50 too.
Oh,
that's
wow.
That's one thing that separates us apart is because of the fact that that's the issue for like an entrepreneur is like, can I afford to even take the risk? Like everybody should take the risk, but like, we got families, we might have kids, we might have a spouse, we might have sick family members.
Right.
We all got different responsibilities. So calculated risk. Some of these markets are charging a lot for somebody to like not go clock in somewhere, set up all day, tear down, maybe not even break even numbers wise because of the overhead, which I respect, like whatever organization's running the market, but there has to be an emphasis on like everybody has to eat, and like when the soldiers eat, like the king sleeps well.
Right.
You know, like we defend the castle because like we're taken care of.
Right.
So, you know, just like anything, like if that foundation is weak, like these when there was 20 vendors, you got to the point of being able to have 100 vendors because you took care of that 20.
Right.
And just like anything that goes like mainstream or like gets out of control, it's like you lose sight of the original point. Like
right. If it comes to, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's just too diluted, and like the values and like we were talking about morals and like infrastructure. Like when you lose that, so going back to the whole morning paper, it's just like I'm cool with just the people that are rocking with me and like really supporting, and like the people I want to invest into and like collab with and like do work with. Like
that's dope.
It's always genuine, and like if anybody who's watching, like if we haven't worked yet, like I know that time is coming when the time is right, and I look forward to it. But I just want to make sure my energy is where it needs to be always, especially before I go and like include another person, because they might be doing their thing, and like the last thing I like to do is if my ducks aren't in a row, like I'm not trying to take anybody off their grind, because like time is precious and like life be lifing. So
yeah, it definitely do, man.
That's kind of where I be coming from.
That's real, man. Like I definitely understand. I can relate, and that's real. Man. To hear real shit and genuine, authenticity. I love that. You know what I mean? That's what Upstate Exposure is all about. You know what I mean? Getting that out there, letting people know what it is and all that. What's up with some of your future endeavors that you got coming up? Let's talk about that. Let's get that out there.
For the brand right now, I got a couple of events for the summer. I don't want to put too many details out.
Okay.
I got a community event.
This summer?
Yeah, community event.
Okay. Website coming?
Yeah, website is on the way. So,
okay.
Look out for that. But really, it's the Great New York State Flea.
Okay.
We got our next market in May. Trying to think from there.
Is it a date for that in May yet, or just May?
Let me see if I got.
Let's make sure we get all the information, man. Let's talk about the joint. I don't know. We was talking about it on camera that you got going on this weekend. You said the 26th.
Yeah, I'm gonna be at
let's get that out there.
I'm gonna be at Figgy Boutique. Oh, and there's some stickers for you.
Okay, appreciate that, man. Look at that.
A laptop, a water
Look at that. Look at that, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna be at Figgy.
Yeah, I see it.
Boutique.
The morning paper.
Park Ave. So anybody who knows Park Ave knows Rock. Like Figgy is a female-owned business. They got a lot of dope items and just a real community-like presence.
And you said it's on Park Ave?
Yeah, Park Avenue, right across from where they just tore down Starbucks. Yeah, they had to get that up out of there. But
what time that's gonna be going on?
So I'll be there from 11 a.m. to about 5 p.m.
Okay.
Hopefully weather permits. It's been a little shaky.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna pray that.
So we prepared for the whack weather, but hopefully sun will pop out.
11 to 5.
Yeah. I'll have some different looks. It's a smaller space, so I ain't going crazy, but I'll have shorts and I'll have some tees and some other different items. I don't know if you've seen too much, but we do a lot of accessories too, which is why I like with my brand direction. Inspired by some of the brands that I think are great: Bape, Supreme, Palace.
The inspiration.
And they have like collectible items, and like I've got this like shelf at home, and it's got like all like my collectibles and whatnot. But I almost be more like intrigued by those than like the clothes sometimes.
Oh wow!
So when I think of the brand, it's like
dope.
I probably might not wear this this T-shirt with like a middle finger on it forever. Because I don't know, maybe I will. But point is, but I could always have like this collectible shelf, and like these might be yours to give to my grandkids.
Yeah, you can have those forever.
It's nerdy, but like
that's dope.
So my brand to have it now, it's cool when people are like, "Yo, I got a lighter from like 4 seasons ago," or I still got a keychain or something. So we did these little like ashtrays, but they're actually like weighty.
Fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's dope, yo.
Yeah, and I only ran like the
Not
small
the
batch.
ashtrays though. This is fire.
Yeah.
Y'all see that with the logo in there. The morning paper ashtrays.
Yes, sir.
That's fire, yo. Hey, you got the nice little box for it and all that.
I know.
That's dope. Now they could get that at the
Yeah, I had those at Figgy.
Okay.
I don't know how many people smoke pop with the Figgy. I mean, maybe we'll have some smokers, but
okay.
Either way,
okay.
Whatever events I do, I always
could be a collector's item.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing too. And like, you'd be surprised. Like, I've been at certain events, and like, it don't. Well, one thing I do have come to like about my brand so far is I catch a lot of different demographics.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of
that's dope.
Sometimes. Yeah, no, but I have this Bocce crew neck on.
Oh,
and I'm part Italian.
I ain't even peeped that. Fire.
And so this older dude who was Italian, he's like, let me get that and I'm like, I would think like a younger kid or whatever, like myself would want it, and he's like my grandfather's age, but he's Italian, he knows what the sport is, so he's like he's drawn to it. And I'm like, I didn't think you were my target demographic today, but like here we are. And it's cool. So
that's dope. That's
I
dope.
like making stuff for the ladies. I've done a couple pieces for some of my youth, like actually Nick right here. So real quick, we did a fashion show in Buffalo back in November, and him and his son Mace, who's like my nephew, like they walked in with the anchors to the show, like our line, and it was dope, and it was crazy because just like any other model, and Mace is 11.
He'll be 10.
He'll be 10. Okay. So he's 9 walking the show, and he's never walked in a fashion show. He's never done like a modeling gig, and he's like, getting a little nervous.
Right.
Like, he's got
I got
energy.
this.
But then as soon as the music hit and it was time to walk out, he's out there like killing it. The crowd is going crazy, and it was like, being that we older and like we're almost his age together, it's like it got me ready to like tear up like almost.
Man,
like this is.
It's a moment.
Yeah, it was just crazy.
That's dope, man. That's dope, man.
So I don't know. Yeah, I like.
Shout out to Nick again, man. He in the building.
Yeah, that's my brother. But another dope moment was somewhere around Christmas. I did a limited batch of these like crew necks.
Okay.
And these like vintage sweaters or whatever, like old like Russell brand sweatshirts.
That's dope.
And my grandfather used to run Shep's Paradise, which was over on Clarissa Street.
Okay.
And it was like an old prominent like black neighborhood. And they would like during like the protests in the 60s, like they were marching right through there.
Oh wow.
So pretty historic like place. And at the time it was one of the first like late night like spots in Rochester for like jazz music and like drinking and like late night spot.
Okay.
So,
hang out at.
So it was like a little family history I didn't know about. So all that to say is I found these old pictures of the restaurant. Did this design, did a couple crew necks, and my grandparents and my folks live in a duplex in the city. Right. So my father was wearing the sweatshirt. My grandfather saw it, and his buddy that he knows used to actually go to that place. And he like asked my father permission for me to make his buddy one. Because he was like, I haven't seen that logo or heard about that place since I was in my prime years. I'm almost 70
Vintage.
Now. So it was just, I've had different little, I didn't make $1 million. I didn't get signed to Nike, but like just certain impactful things with people and like the way your art can like just find different pockets is, I don't know.
I believe
that's
that.
That's what I do it for, really.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm glad you said that, like, cause if you don't do nothing like that, it's kind of like, you know what I mean, like following trends. A lot of people chase trends, clout chase, and do stuff like that. So to have your own,
we were like, I don't know, people now. Sometimes when we talk about it, like they'll make it sound like we were like the cool kids in high school, but I swear I did not feel that. Like I always felt like we were like, not outcasts, like in a bad way, but we were definitely like I don't know, like
stoners.
Yeah, the Rolling Stoners, or whatever. But we just like marched at the beat of our own drum or whatever. And, like, we weren't necessarily like disrespectful, but it was like the, I don't know, I guess rebellious part of us, and like just intrigued by like the world has more to offer, and like we're just not sitting still and
doing what everybody else doing.
Yeah, like I mean, we won our talent show our senior year of high school.
Word.
We went on like a little 4-city tour. When we were doing the music thing with this hip hop group.
Okay. Oh wow.
So we were selling.
So you used to spit.
Yeah. So we were selling.
Rap. He used to rap. No homo. Pause.
Yeah. Nah. See that one right there. I wouldn't even say it's valid, but.
Okay. All right.
But it's just stupid. Like
just for the people that's out there.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna watch it and be like, "You heard what he said."
Pause the video. No, pause.
Right.
But yeah. So yeah, we were rapping at 16. Going into bars we couldn't even be in. I don't know.
Performing.
Yeah, we're there with like men like 30 or older.
All right.
Like these two like 16, 17-year-old kids. Like
that's crazy.
Yeah, we're selling our own tickets. Like we had this like merch run at the end of our senior year.
That's dope.
Yeah, so like I don't know, just
how was that experience?
Oh, it was crazy. I thought when we did the talent show, it was like I don't know. It's almost 15 years ago now, but it was just like. I don't know, we had all the homies from school pull up. Our parents were there.
Right.
I remember like
everybody supporting.
Yeah, like it was just I don't know. You feel like you're like Jay-Z at Madison Square, but it's just like the high school auditorium.
Yeah.
And it's a moment. Like 5 minutes, but like I could relive it in my head for like the rest of my life.
Right. And when it was happening, it probably felt like 5 hours. Like
5 hours, but also like 5 seconds. Like,
like
I remember we were outside the atrium and like Nick was at the far door and I was right here and we did like a 1, 2, 3. Could hear the mic get hot. Music goes and then I felt like, and we were off the stage and I was like, that was the greatest 2 minutes and 47 seconds ever. Like I want to do that like every day.
Oh wow.
And from there we was taking the train to New York City and handing out mixtapes.
That's dope.
Trooping from
fire.
Downtown to like it's just,
yo, that's fire. Y'all got a nice journey, man. Nice story, man.
Yeah, I wish we honestly like if I could go back in time ever, like I'm bringing a cameraman
and have somebody.
Like just we gotta vlog the whole.
Right.
We got like too many like there's cobwebs from like
he said cobwebs.
Like,
so that must have been when you was rhyming, freestyling. I see you on the radio.
Yeah, that was actually at 105.5 when they like first like kind of took off after DKX like took the back seat. I felt kind of like and DJ Tiger Ty, which is
okay. I remember him. He used to be. I think he moved out of town or something.
I haven't talked to Tiger Ty in a minute. I don't even know, but I wouldn't be surprised. But he's always on the move either way.
Right.
Like, no pun intended. So like, I don't know. He would be in Houston tomorrow, and then in Cali the next day, and they're back in Rock. Just doing his thing. But
that's dope. Shout out to him.
Yeah, he had me on there when I was probably like I don't even know 19, I think, and I just went with like a couple verses in the chamber and did that. But then that was like right when like college was kind of coming to an end, and then I took like a hiatus from music.
Okay.
Because I was really like I wanted to be a store manager at Wegmans. Like I wanted that. I was making my way up.
Right.
And then different things happened. Life happened. I moved out of the house. Life happened some more. And then between what was happening in my personal, my professional, social, whatever, I just knew I needed, for me, something that, like I said, it was like my own like creation.
Right. I
wasn't ready to have kids, so like not in that sense, but I was like, I need like my baby.
Right.
Not a big like, car person, so I don't go home and polish my Camaro.
Right.
Not a big like tech person, so I don't really play video games or watch too many movies. But creating just whatever it is, music, clothes.
That's your calling, man.
Yeah, like I don't know, I'm a collector, so like records, vinyls, old cards,
ashtrays,
yeah, whatever.
That's fire, man. That's dope, man. I'm glad I got a chance to kick it with you, man. Like finding out more. Yeah, no problem. Finding out more about you is definitely. I say this to all the guests that come on here. I can watch from Instagram, but actually being here, sitting and kicking it with you, it gives a more insight to everything that I saw. You know what I'm saying? And what I seen is the same match as the energy and who you are in person. So that's fire. You know what I mean? I know a lot of social media, you see something on your phone or something, but in person it'd be a whole totally different type of time. So to see that it matches. You know what I'm saying? That's authentic. And I love authenticity. Yeah, no problem, man. You already know.
And I'm big on that too. Like even with like say I'm planning like a shoot or something with a photographer, whatever, a model.
Right.
If I like schedules be crazy, so it's never if it can't work, it can't work. But like I always tell people, like if we can meet up in person to consult before we do any partnership or project, like I always like to just let me like meet the human in front of me, not just text and emojis and so
you definitely you definitely want to sit down and, you know what I mean, especially with doing business, you know what I mean? Business is a major thing, you know what I mean? I ain't doing no business right now with Upstate Exposure, but I definitely, you know what I mean, want to get soon come. No rush, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, I want to build it from the bottom, grind it out. I enjoy hearing people's story, their journeys, and seeing what they doing. This is how I came up with the Upstate Exposure 6-7 years ago. I keep seeing all these people on social media. This person got a business. This person got. I should like, damn. Where I come from, people got businesses, but it's not so like common like that. This is a lot of independent people that's entrepreneurs and trying to do something with their lives. And that's very inspiring to me. Like, you inspire me, and man, when I see you do your shoots or I'm looking at what you do, and I want to get into certain things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like with me, with my t-shirt line or whatever. Just want to pick your brain about that. You know what I'm saying? So it's inspiring the things that, you know what I'm saying, you do. You know what I mean? And I definitely want to let that be known, and it's not no just on camera type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's really true shit. I like the morning paper one with the dragon on it.
Yo, that's crazy you say that, bro. Because literally, that is the most requested design that's been put out.
Word.
So it's funny. So I will drop the egg on that one. That we're about to run that soon.
Okay. All right.
Sure.
I got a sneak peek for that one. You let that go.
That one is in the chamber because.
Okay.
I don't know. It's got to be at least 10 to 15, like singular people occasions where they'll be talking and be like, "Yeah, man, I love what you're doing, but yo, are you doing that direct?" Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It was funny because I was telling this one girl how I was like, I don't know if I should just do it, or like just run it again because a bunch of people are asking me, or should I wait it out? And she was like, if you, like, I don't know, she made this whole point about how, like, if you have that much of a demand and you're trying to do other things, you're kind of, like, ignoring the request. And I don't know. I was like, okay, you're actually, like, making sense.
Right.
I got other things I want to put out, but, like, it's obviously the people have spoken, and I'm, like, a man giving the people what they want. So, like, dragon design coming soon.
Okay. Now, the clothing line is like, is it set up like collections and all that? Like,
so
I know some lines.
I call them small batch collections. Like, they're small batch drops. Like, I'm not at the point where, and I'm just transparent. I'm not selling, like, I'm not dropping something. I'm selling 300 orders of the same item. Like, I'm just not at that point.
Right.
But I think one thing with doing the small batch drops and where we're from and yada yada is, Rochester is a small place, so even if I was doing that many, I don't want that many people with the same stuff.
Right.
Unless it's something that they're requesting. Like, everybody's requesting the dragon, so like, I'm gonna do a bigger batch than I normally would because of that demand is obvious, but
still not gonna make it a thing.
Well, yeah, but it's also cooler with, like I said, like, there's certain shorts this season we're not gonna bring back from last season. So like, you might not have been there 2 summers ago, but like, maybe next summer they'll be back. But
you might pull up some merch that's from.
You know
exactly.
What I mean? Yeah, I got people who literally I'll see, they might have moved out of town, they'll be like, yo, I still got like one of the first designs you ever dropped.
Fire.
And for whatever it's worth. But Fire. I've had that happen with the music too, though. Like,
I want to be able to say that.
Yeah.
I was on before y'all knew it was on. Like,
before we get to 2,000 followers. Like,
right. That's a fact, man. Y'all definitely got to support what he got going on. Y'all hear the story, y'all hear everything, the authenticity, the facts, the truth. Y'all hear everything he got going on, everything he got coming. Y'all see the merch, the morning paper, New York State, the great New York State flea market. Catch him at that joint. He also got the other one at Park Ave this weekend.
Park Ave this Sunday, April 26th.
Okay.
Biggie Boutique.
Figgy Boutique.
And then don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure the next Great New York State Flea is May 14th at the Public Market.
Okay.
Fact check me, Great New York State Flea on Instagram.
Okay.
Fact check me again, Josh Badalini on Instagram.
Okay.
Fact check me a third time, The Morning Paper _ Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah, come see what's up. Look out for the website too.
Yes.
Appreciate you for having us.
Yeah, it's all love, man. Yeah, man, it's all love, man. I'm glad you said that because I'm going to definitely make sure I get all your information up there so we could definitely promote it. Have the people come out, get some of this merch, and support what's going on, man. But before we sign off, you got any final words, any final things, thoughts you want to say before we wrap it up?
Yeah, just once again, thanks for having us.
Yeah,
watching,
salute.
Don't be shy. Follow me on the gram. Hit me up. I'm down to collab. I'm down to work. All that.
Okay.
And if you're creative and you got a vision or there's something you want to do in life, just attempt it. Go after it. Win, lose, fail. Learn something.
Yes.
Try something. Enjoy it.
Yes.
You never know.
You gotta be willing to fail. You gotta be willing to get knocked down and keep going. So I definitely support everything he's saying. Once again, this is Upstate Exposure Podcast. I'm the host, Ken Kniff. Got my boy Josh with me from the Morning Paper. Nick in the building. Salute to the team. And we out. Peace.